Alright. So, open your cart. This is the dynamic bus!
Oh, we're not doing that. Hey everybody, I'm Anthony.
I'm John.
And this is the first episode of the Dynamic Buzz's web show. Alright, well today we have a ton of news, and for the first time it's not all comic book news. This is
no comic book news actually.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all movie news, TV news, and a lot of news that will just piss you off.
News.
And guess who's happy today?
I am. I'm usually not this happy, but I'm ready to go for the first episode of Dynamic Buzz.
Oh yeah.
So, you ready for this exciting news? It's for me. For me? Are you excited for it?
I'm hyped.
Okay. J.J. Abrams is directing Star Wars. J.J. Abrams is, if not my favorite director, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And he is great. Oh my god. Cloverfield. Super 8.
Really? Cloverfield?
Lost.
No.
I love Cloverfield.
And Lost? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Cloverfield and Lost were terrible.
Star Trek.
Does he know this is Star Trek 3? I just want to make sure that J.J. Abrams knew, because since he's now, like, you know, I just feel like it's weird that he's doing Star Wars and Star Trek.
Well, he's taking over the universe. This is his one step to
obviously,
taking
yeah.
over. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. He's doing He's still going to do Star Trek. He's also going to continue Mission Impossible. Forgot to name that. That should be exciting.
I mean, I'm excited to see where they take it, because I mean, I've liked the Clone Wars, but the Clone Wars, the TV show, kind of just irritated me because you already know what's going to happen. It's like you can't really like any of these characters because they're all going to die.
Yeah.
And
I really think this is going to be something different. One thing J.J. Abrams is really good at is telling a story. He can really get you involved with the characters, and that's the one thing I love with him most. And I think with something with Star Wars, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
And not only is he directing this, I think it's Michael Arndt. He's writing it, and he's wrote Toy Story 3, Little Miss Sunshine, which were both nominated for Oscars.
Yeah, and
Little Miss Sunshine actually won.
It was actually, Little Miss Sunshine was one of those movies that was just like, you didn't think you were going to go into it liking it, but it blew your mind. You're just like...
Well, you can tell from both of those movies that the writing is fantastic.
Writing's fantastic, but will it be what we need for Star Wars?
I think so. I really have confidence in this now, especially because J.J. Abrams is behind it. They got this huge, it's ready to go. And it's supposed to release in summer of 2015, so we'll see if that happens, actually, because I know J.J. Abrams is working on Star Trek 3 and Mission Impossible 5. So
we should stop with Mission Impossible. Please see this message.
I doubt that it will come in 2015, but we will see. I guess it's all in the hands of J.J. Abrams now.
Well, speaking of 2015, another movie has been set to release in 2015. Do you think that this movie will actually come out? I don't. It's Justice League.
Yeah.
Gosh, who didn't see this coming?
Yeah, and now DC has confirmed that they have 5 main characters that will be in this movie.
Okay.
And it'll be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and Green Lantern. And
honestly,
I don't know what I feel about this. For me, I really wanted to see Aquaman in the movie.
Me too. I mean, a lot of people don't like Aquaman, and maybe it's because I like the new 52's Aquaman, but also it's just like, I mean, I don't feel like if they're saying that the only reason this Justice League, it's not like the Avengers. I mean, the Justice League consists of Wonder Woman, who, you know, is really, really strong in her own sense, could obviously beat up everyone except for the Hulk in the Avengers. You have Flash, who's faster than anyone on the planet. You have Superman, who's everyone combined. You have Batman, who's the smartest person, one of the smartest people in the world. And for them to bring a crisis that these 5 people will have to team up and fight because they can't do it on their own just seems unbelievable. And if it's that big of a catastrophe, you'd feel like Aquaman, who is king of 75% of this planet, which is the ocean. Everyone doesn't give him props for that. Like, the ocean is... I just don't feel... I feel like he should be involved. But, that aside, I'm really excited.
Well, yeah, and they haven't announced that, like, there might be cameos of Hawkman, Aquaman, or Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
We don't know that yet, but all we know is the 5. Honestly, all we know is these 5 characters will be in it because they don't have a writer, they don't have a director.
No idea if who's going to cast it. All we know for sure is that the new Batman's going to be in it.
Yeah, and the Superman that's going to be in this Man of Steel that's coming out. Is it this summer or in a couple months? Right?
It's a couple months this summer.
Yeah, so I really feel like this movie is just being made to make money.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna compete with Marvel. Nothing. This is gonna be bad. I really feel like it's gonna be.
And I think what made Avengers cool was we didn't know there was going to be an Avengers anything. Some people happened to stay after the credits of Iron Man and happened to see and saw the part with Nick Fury saying, "I haven't talked about the Avengers Initiative." Well, that was cool. And now it's like, oh, well, hey, we're making a Justice League movie, so just know that all these movies are built up. Actually, no, they're not doing that. They're not building up. They're going to have a Justice League.
They're having Justice League
and then breaking off after.
And I kind of like, I like
cool.
that. Yeah, I like that. I think that's one thing DC, I guess, that's the only thing they can do right now. But this is not going to be good, and it's set to, like we said, it's set to release in 2015. But I doubt it will happen.
Yeah.
But knowing how Warner Brothers is, I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen because they're really just in it to compete with Avengers and just make a lot of money.
I think they should just stay with animated stuff. Like the trailer for DCU. If they could make a feature-length movie like that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But, yeah.
So, on to, I guess, DC is bad news. Bad movie news.
Just
I guess
inconclusive. Inconclusive news.
Yeah. On to Marvel news, which they do really well in movies.
They confirm their stuff, yes.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy is looking into 2 comedy veterans, Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler, to be voice actors. And they haven't said, what they would be or who they would be, but I could only really think that it might be Rocket Raccoon.
Rocket Raccoon or
I think it's
Gorg.
But I think he just says I am Gorg. It just I don't know. I don't think it would be anybody.
I mean
anybody but Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, I mean, like they all said, he is the comedy relief, but only because he's a little raccoon with a giant gun, 2 giant guns. And that's what's funny about it.
I haven't read much of Guardians of the Galaxy at all, but I think he's actually a pretty serious character.
Yeah.
But what makes him funny is a raccoon, I guess you would say.
A raccoon.
And I would assume in this movie they make him a comedy guy,
like the little thing, Pocahontas.
Yeah. So I would hate if they put Adam Sandler. That would be the most annoyingest movie. I can't stand his voice.
I even watched, was it Rain Over Me?
Yeah. Well, that's one of his good movies.
I like the movie. No, don't get me wrong. I thought it was a great movie, great story, but that voice, I can't even do it.
Yeah.
It's that nasally, whiny voice. He doesn't everything. You're just like, I mean...
He's kind of dropped off the planet, too. He's been making terrible, terrible movies.
I like Abrams. Only because of, what's his name, with Chris Rock and Kevin...
On to the next. Jim Carrey, which I wouldn't mind that. I kind of see this kind of happen because, he's in Kick-Ass 2. He's starting, I guess, get into this Superman kind of stuff. And I don't know. I guess I could... Superhero. Yeah, Superman. Yeah. Superhero kind of stuff. And I guess we'll see him. I would like to see him at it. I
like his voice. I mean, even when he did, if you remember, not Nightmare Before Christmas, Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. He did the voiceover for that, and he's done other voiceovers that, I can't think of it right now, but I've seen movies and people are like, oh, that was Jim Carrey's voice.
Yeah.
And your mind's blown because you had no idea. And that's what I think is good acting, and that's why I think it should go to him and not Adam Sandler, because...
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I know they're...
oh my god, that raccoon sounds like Billy Madison.
Right now, they're just looking to get them. It's not confirmed that they will or anything, but it's good just to see that maybe these guys will be possibly joining the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep. Yeah. All right, well, next news?
This is pretty exciting, all you Marvel fans out there.
Again, we have more Marvel news.
There might be a possible Doctor Strange movie, which I'm super excited for because... Doctor Strange plays a huge role in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, I mean, the Sorcerer Supreme. just pretty much is not head, but he's kind of not the ruler dictator. I'm trying to think of the words for it. Basically, he is the go-to, the master of all magical influence and magical beings in the Marvel universe, and I think it'll be great. I know they made a cartoon a couple years back, Ultimate Doctor Strange, but I enjoyed that, and if they made anything like it, I feel like it'd be really cool.
Yeah. They haven't confirmed like he would get his own movie, but they said that Doctor Strange will be in Phase 3 of the Marvel movies, which Phase 3 starts off with.
I thought it was Phase 2.
We're in Phase 2 right now.
Okay.
Phase 3 is after Avengers 2 and
Gotcha.
with Ant-Man.
So Ant-Man's not going to be in Phase 2.
No.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah. It starts in November of 2015, and then we'll see either a Doctor Strange movie after that, or him appearing in maybe a sequel or another movie.
That'd be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind seeing another team.
Yeah, I did some research on Doctor Strange, and I actually seen that he, in an alternate future, he was part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Really?
So, yeah, it would be cool to see him maybe in the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or something. But right now, it's kind of up in the air what it will be. And hopefully soon we figure out that it's a movie. I would really, really like that. I kind of like little, I guess, supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago, we heard that there would be a Justice League Dark movie in the making. Which
that'd be.
I was really excited that just because that supernatural stuff. I feel like it would be, if made well, it would work well.
Like back away from all this cosmic stuff and think about. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. I mean, have you noticed that like before everything's been leading towards the Avengers, and now I feel like everything's leading towards Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, I mean, if that alternate universe thing even came into play, then it leads to there. I'm kind of excited for it. I'm always excited to see where Marvel takes their cinema stuff.
And that brings up, too, what else will we see in Phase 3? If they're focusing on smaller characters, it would be interesting to see what we get. It's always been rumored that Heroes for Hire, maybe a movie for that. Black Panther.
Black Panther would be cool.
I seen Iron Fist, maybe.
Iron Fist would be in Heroes for Hire.
Yeah. It's just, you have any that you would want?
She's actually a big character. I want to see Miss Marvel. I mean, it's just, I think it would be cool to see her in it, even if it wasn't that black, super tight with the curls. I just think it'd be cool. I would really like to see, who else? Because I heard through the grapevine that in the Ant-Man movie, the possible Ant-Man movie, it's not going to be Hank Pym. It's going to be his successor. And I feel like it'd be cool if, we met this guy and then later on we met Yellow Jacket, who was the original Ant-Man, Hank Pym. I think that'd be really cool.
That might be something that happens, in the movie or... Yeah.
I really can't think of any minor characters except for...
I honestly think Black Panther would be a really awesome movie to see, and that's been as rumored to happen as long as Doctor Strange has. Yeah. So, Phase 3 is going to be awesome. Hopefully in 2015. Well, we'll probably figure out in the summer or maybe next year what's going to be in Phase 3. And, I really can't wait because Marvel's just they've been hitting home runs with movies right now.
Yeah, man. Just keep it going. Don't lose the momentum.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have, and this is really big news.
Yeah, this just happened right before we started filming.
Yeah, because we were sitting there talking about we need to add some more bulk to the segment, and Amazing Spider-Man has cast yet another villain, which I think is really funny because I literally was talking about this last night about there possibly being a Sinister Six movie.
Yeah,
and it's possible. If you want to cover that, we might have Rhino played by
Paul Giamatti. He's in Sideways. He's in Saving Private Ryan. He's played different roles throughout different movies. I'm curious to see how he would play Rhino. I actually was also reading about this. Is 2 years ago, I think it was on Conan O'Brien. He said he would love to be in a Spider-Man movie playing Rhino.
Really? That's funny.
That's awesome. And
it's like actors are telling them what they want to be because Jamie Foxx dressed like Electra and they got the part.
And I kind of like that too because they're not kind of just getting an actor to play this part. It's someone that wants to be that character. So I have the confidence that it would be played well.
My sister was talking about Andy Garfield and how he was a huge Spider-Man fan and how he did all this stuff to prepare for the Spider-Man, and that's why we liked him so much.
Yeah, I loved Andy Garfield as Peter Parker, and I don't think it's confirmed
It's
yet.
not confirmed yet.
We just got this right before we started filming, so we really don't know much about it. But also, Felicia Jones is also up for casting, but we don't know what she would play. And I read something that it could possibly be the Black Cat.
Only because her name is Felicia.
Maybe.
That's pretty much all it is. But no, I mean, it'd be cool because it would make sense that Spider-Man would have to have help to get in the Sinister Six, and it would add a little just add the love triangle because it would just now introduce Mary Jane Watson. There's already Emma Stone. God bless her soul. Oh, that was a little spoiler for anyone that hasn't read that. And then Black Cat. So all three will be in this movie. I don't see it being Black Cat. I think it could be. I'm trying to think of who else she could play. Did they? Oh, they haven't introduced. She's Jonah Jameson's receptionist.
Oh,
Betty something. I'm sorry, guys, I can't remember, but I know she was not a huge love interest, but she was an interest for Peter Parker, and I think that she could play it. And because we have to get JJ in this next movie, right? Has that been confirmed yet?
No, I don't think so yet. It's really right now. It's just a bunch of casting and
getting the lips wet, getting the palette ready.
Yeah, we don't know much, and I really don't want to know much about this movie. I want to go in kind of not knowing what I'm going to expect and just get hit with all these different characters, and hopefully it goes really, really well.
I miss the days when you walk into a movie theater, you have no idea what you're going to see. You're like, oh my god, they're making a Spider-Man movie, and now you know 6 months, almost a year before the trailer even comes out. I mean, I pieced together Batman before it even came out.
Yeah, so it should be exciting. Some people didn't like The Amazing Spider-Man. I really liked it. I think Andrew Garfield did it for me. He's my movie Peter Parker, I think.
I think he's great.
So, So that wraps up pretty much the movie news. Now we're going to go to a little TV news, and this is pretty upsetting.
Can I do it?
This guy's taken pretty hard, but let me announce it first.
All right.
Cartoon Network came out with the shows that they're going to be showing in 2013-2014, their schedule, and Young Justice and Green Lantern animated series was left off. And
our subject for cancellation. Not subject, but
they're done. And it's kind of sad because I feel like that's one thing.
Shows.
Yeah, they were great shows. I absolutely love Young Justice and
Green Lantern too.
The animation of Green Lantern and just
finally grew on me, and I was like, this is what we were waiting for. It was perfect, and Young Justice was great. Mm-hmm. It had.
He's upset. And these shows will be replaced by Batman Brave and the Bold.
No, Brave and the Bold was the last one.
Sorry.
Batman, or Beware the Batman.
Beware the Batman, yeah. And Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go. First of all, I understand that with Beware the Batman and the new series, if you look at the new cover for it, it's a weird-looking Batman, which is all legs, really weird torso, no muscle, no real forehead either. It's like, here are his eyes, and then the ears are right there. And anyway, he's going to be taking over they're going to be changing it, and they're not going to introduce any of the old villains. No Joker, no Penguin, all the superheroes that pretty much like Dick Grayson when he was Batman faced, like Professor Pig, Mr. Toad, Anarchy, all these people we really don't care for. And instead of Robin, we get Katana.
They're pretty much appealing, I guess I would say, to kids. And they don't really take in consideration us guys that wake up on early Saturday morning. We wake up so early to watch these.
I call off work. My livelihood's on the line for this.
I cannot believe this. Yeah, this is very, very sad. Oh, gosh. But, one thing that I'm kind of thinking about now is Young Justice. Their comic is supposed to end next month, but what if, since the show is canceled, what if you think they would possibly continue the? I
think that once the show's gone, then people are going to want to keep understanding what's happening, and maybe they'll get smarter about how they're going to produce the book, because the book is the book was supposed to like fill in gaps that you didn't see. Like a lot of times, like stuff that happened in the comic would be mentioned in the show. Like they even mentioned someone breaking in the back or in the hall, Mount Justice in the first season. In the comic book, it's a Joker, but it's a fake Joker. But there's all this stuff that kind of ties into it. And I feel like, because right now they're kind of building into what happened right before season 2 starts. So they like, where I last read was issue like 20, 22, 21, and they had just recruited Blue Beetle. And it was kind of cool, but like I feel like they can keep going and they can kind of fill in the gaps, especially for us diehard fans who really want to keep going.
Yeah, like when this ends, this is going to be terrible for us. And the only thing that we could possibly have is a comic, which I wouldn't be surprised if they renew it, but you know, also it's canceling in a month, so we'll see if it even comes back. You know, this might be the end of Young Justice, which is it's very sad because it's a very good show.
Yeah. What about Green Lantern? We're not going to the comic book for it isn't great. Like it's for little kids. The cartooning, the art, whatever you want to call it, just is very childish. And compared to the show, which is
very well written. I love the story. The story is amazing.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like we've lost a lot, especially with Teen Titans Go, which is just it's going to be like the little short episodes, which they weren't funny. The
only I guess positive thing I can look at Teen Titans Go would be is like they're trying to turn it into something like Adventure Time maybe, or like a regular show.
Yeah, but why couldn't they just bring back like it was the first time around?
Yeah,
the first time around it was funny.
Yeah,
but it was cool, and maybe that's why they don't want to like 2 ongoing shows at the same time with Young Justice and Teen Titans being pretty much almost the same thing.
I don't know.
They both have Robin. They both have Beast Boy in it, so they probably don't want that continuity issue to pop up. But I don't know. In all honesty, without me acting all stupid and ignorant, it just kind of sucks. Like 2 good shows are gone to be replaced with Beware the Batman, which has a 2 and 50 chance of being decent. All right, so that wraps up our movie and TV show news. Now we're gonna focus on comics that are coming out this week.
Yep.
So,
and this week we have a decent amount of comics that, I feel like be pretty good. Number 1, we're going to start off with Hawkeye number 7. Now, if you haven't read Hawkeye, the title yet, it's fantastic. It was my number 1 comic of 2012. I absolutely loved it. It's just an alternative look at, really what a superhero does outside of kicking butt and taking names. And this is a fantastic story, and I really cannot wait to see where Hawkeye is going to go in 2013.
Yeah, I even like the art for it because it was completely different than anything I've seen before in comic books, especially with a title like Hawkeye. And I haven't really read the whole series, the whole title yet, but I from the ones I have read, I really liked it.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and words can't describe how much I love this comic, and I really cannot wait to read this on Wednesday.
Yeah. Another one are the annuals are coming out.
Yeah.
We have 2 annuals this week. We have
exciting ones.
Yeah, Batman and Robin annual number 1 and Green Lantern Corps annual number 1.
Now, Batman and Robin's the picture advertising it just looks awesome.
Yeah,
with Damian dressed up as Batman.
It's the suit or the outfit he wears in the future of Batman Incorporated. When they have a couple of shot forwards. I haven't really read Batman Incorporated, so I really can't give any detail about it. But you see the costume, but it's young Damian in it, and that's really cool, and that's probably why I'm gonna pay my $5 for it. But Green Lantern Corps I'm excited for because I'm pretty sure that what I read is this is the conclusion to Rise of the Third Army, and it's all supposed to come to the end here. Yeah.
Oh man, that's how they suck you into buying the.
Yeah, it's actually not. It's like just kidding. This was written by M. Night Shyamalan.
That's so random. I can't believe you just said that.
Oh, but anyway, because I know that after the Rise of the Third Lantern, Rise of the Third Army is Wrath of the First Lantern, and it's all supposed to tie in. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, honestly it should just be great. All the Green Lanterns have been pretty good so far, especially just the main Green Lantern title, and Corsa has been picking up too. So
because it left off with Simon Bez and the Squirrel. I don't know. It's like Buzz or Squirrel Green Lantern and Gardner, and they've left to go and try to figure out what's happening. So I'm really excited for it, and it's something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. And now our dynamic comic feature of the week is Aquaman 16.
Pew pew.
And this has to be our dynamic feature of the week, just because how great Justice League was last week and where it left us, for the rest of the Throne of Atlantis.
Yeah. I don't know where to get started really with just overall excitement, especially with how we left off with Justice League, and here we are now with the Grid.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a big issue for Cyborg and also Aquaman. He's stuck between Atlantis and Justice League, I guess you would say.
Yeah, the surface world.
Yeah.
And I mean, because now we have to figure out it's cool when this all comes together, because I have a poster in my room of the original cover for Justice League, and in it you have the original 7, and then on the sides you have there's Green Arrow, there's Hawkman, there's Deadman on one side, and Element Woman, and Firestorm, and at the end of Justice League he calls them.
Oh, yep.
And informs them that he needs help, and so they're gonna get all the superheroes in, so it's all gonna tie together for
Justice League of America. Right?
No. None of them are Justice League of America for Hawkman and Green Arrow.
Oh, I thought the call at the end of Justice League was to get Justice League of America together.
No, I think it was the extension of the Justice League.
Oh.
I feel like Justice League of America is something that's put together by the government. Hence that, Steve Trevor's in it.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. Sorry.
I'm always right.
Alright, so make sure to check out Hawkeye number 7, Batman and Robin annual
number 1,
and
Green Lantern Corps annual number 1,
and Aquaman 16. We also coming out. We have a bunch of other stuff from DC Comics. We got we got here Teen Titans number 16.
I'm excited for it.
Injustice: Gods Among Us number 1.
Really excited for.
And then from Image Comics we got Invincible number 100. It's the 100th issue from Robert Kirkman's Invincible, which, if it was... I don't read this title, I don't think you do either.
Either, no.
And, if this 100's like the Walking Dead 100, I'm sure it'll be pretty crazy. And all you Invincible fans out there, I bet you're pretty excited. I'm not. And then from Marvel Comics, look out for Avengers number 4, Hawkeye number 7, which I'd already said, and Superior Spider-Man number 2. I'm excited for it.
I don't really care for it.
So, and all these previews will be in the links below in the description. Maybe you're watching this and you don't see a link. It might be because you're watching it pretty early, and usually a lot of previews come out late Tuesday night. So, we will have it eventually, so don't yell at us. And then also, you can check out our other previews we have on our site.
Yep, and so don't forget that on Wednesday is Comic Book Wednesday. So go out and get all your comic books. And on Friday, we will have our comic review where we take our top 3 and we review it for everybody.
Yep, so that should be exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah, everybody should be excited because Dynamic Buzz is hitting YouTube. Yeah, should be exciting.
Hard.
Yeah, so I think that wraps everything up. Make sure to go visit us on Facebook, facebook.com/thedynamicbuzz.
Follow us on Twitter.
Like us, follow us.
He said it twice.
If you could do it twice, if I could do it twice.
It's like New York.
I'd do it twice. Yeah, so I guess that wraps everything up. Successful episode. My compadre. And that's everything.
Yeah.
We're the Dynamic Buzz. We're here to stay.
Go tell your friends.
Yeah. Kissing babies, kicking butt, and taking names.
That's our slogan. That's our slogan right there.
All right. I'll see you guys later. See you Friday.
That's my thing. No, stop. You do your... I do that. No, I do that. We're done. Cut it.